explain, because the human brain is wired for explanation. What's happening here? So, for example, mythology. For example, the Greeks, 2,500 years ago, had a mythology in their civilization. They had the gods that lived on Mount Olympus, way, way in the distance. But then they also had another group of semi-human-like, but they were giants that warred with the gods. Now we understand that the Greeks, going around finding dinosaur bones, would find these huge bones, and unlike our explanation that they lived 150 million years ago, they didn't know. They found these giant bones. So they had to make up stories to explain what these huge bones were, and they invented, in their mythology, a race of giants as an explanation of this mysterious thing that they couldn't figure out. Now they could understand. Okay, it was a race of giants that lived here, warred with the gods and that, all that. We're in the middle of the greatest mysteries of all. This civilization, us right now. Like, are there UFOs up there? Oh yeah. And if they are, where do they come from? And why do they keep landing in the Florida swamp? Why don't they land on the lawn at the White House and talk to the president instead of capturing some guy that, I was captured by a UFO. Why would the UFO want him? So we start to invent explanations, which is our science fiction explanations. Science fiction is seeking to explain what we don't know. The speculation of writers about, are there other civilizations? But the mystery is even more profound than that. There's a guy by the name of Dr. Johnny Mack. Dr. Johnny Mack, who was, he's dead now, a tenured professor of psychiatry, at Harvard University, okay, as part of his credentials. He won a Pulitzer Prize for writing a book on Lawrence of Arabia, T.E. Lawrence. Won a Pulitzer Prize. He was a well-known, apparently a wonderful psychiatric doctor. So, some 10 years ago, a friend of his, another doctor, says, John, I've got this caseload of people who claim to have been captured and taken aboard spaceships. I got so many I can't handle. Will you help me with this caseload? And Mac says, okay. He starts to have appointments with people who claim to have been commandeered and then brought up to the spaceship and examined. And he does 200 interviews as a case study. And he writes eventually 2 books in which he concludes UFOs exist. UFOs exist. This great doctor. How could he say that when they keep landing in the swamps of Florida? There's another book out there that I'm reading for the second time through, called The Dancing Woolly Masters. Anybody know that book? Don't miss that book. Don't miss it. It's incredible. It's a sort of explanation of quantum physics. Quantum physics. Sort of new. The name has been around 30, maybe some more years. But nobody quite delved into it until comparatively recently. Quantum physics. There There is a moment in quantum physics that states that it's possible that the examination of some phenomena that's very small, by the very act of examining it, you bring it to life. And when you stop examining it, it goes away. It winks in and out of reality. I mean, what is reality? It brings into question everything. Is it possible that Johnny Mack, in examining those people who claimed, and it was the similarity to the claims that bothered Mack, made him conclude that UFOs exist, is it possible that those people brought the UFOs into existence? And then when they stopped thinking about it or examining it, it went away? We don't know. But science fiction is part of that mythology. And that's what we're doing